Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Science. I'm so glad you found your way here. Tonight, we're embarking on a journey into the deepest, most mysterious corners of the cosmos. A place where gravity bends time and space, where light itself becomes a prisoner, and where the universe whispers its most profound secrets. But before we drift into that grand darkness, let's find a place of comfort and quiet. You have nothing to do now but rest. Let your mind relax, your breathing slow, and your body grow light, as if gravity itself has softened its hold, allowing you to float gently suspended in a tranquil, boundless space. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and simply listen. Feel the gentle rhythm of your breath, a soft current carrying you deeper into stillness. This is your safe space, a quiet heaven where curiosity meets calm and wonder leads to rest. If these calm, curious explorations help you unwind or give you a quiet way to end your day, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It helps others find their way here too, guiding them to a peaceful slumber beneath the vast, wondrous tapestry of the universe. Tonight, our destination is a realm of ultimate gravity, where the very fabric of reality is stretched and woven into something both terrifying and sublime. We are turning our gaze to the black holes. The universe's most profound paradox is silent, yet immensely powerful, invisible, yet shaping galaxies, destructive, yet holding the keys to the deepest truths of existence. We will explore 100 quiet truths about these cosmic enigmas, slowly drifting through the physics that govern them and the profound mysteries they hide. Prepare to float into the dark, for tonight we journey to the giants in the dark. Our journey begins with the grand slow ballet of stellar death, a process that, in its final moments, gives birth to the most enigmatic objects in the universe. Imagine a star much grander than our Sunday, perhaps 10 or 20 times its mass, burning brightly for millions of years. It lives a life of fiery glory, fusing hydrogen into helium, then helium into heavier elements, like a cosmic furnace tirelessly stoking its own radiant heart. This outward pressure born from nuclear fusion is a delicate counterbalance to the immense inward pull of its own gravity. For eons, this balance holds, a perfect cosmic harmony. As these massive stars exhaust their nuclear fuel, the delicate balance begins to falter. The outward push weakens and gravity, relentless and patient, starts to assert its dominance. The star begins to buckle under its own immense weight, a slow inward sigh that will eventually lead to a spectacular, yet ultimately silent, demise. This isn't a sudden, violent explosion just yet, but a gradual, inexorable yielding to the fundamental forces of the cosmos. It is a quiet surrender, a deep settling into the inevitable. With its fuel depleted, the star can no longer resist the crushing force. Its core, once a vibrant engine of light and heat, begins to collapse. This isn't a gentle folding, but an implosion of unimaginable scale. Layers of stellar material, once held aloft by the star's fiery breath, now plunge inward, accelerating faster and faster, drawn by the ever-increasing gravity of the collapsing core. It's a cosmic farewell, a final drawn-out exhalation that marks the end of an era for that particular star. The light begins to dim, not with a flicker, but with a deep internal fading, as if the star is pulling its radiant cloak tighter around itself, preparing for a long, quiet sleep. This inward collapse doesn't stop. It continues past the point where it would become a neutron star, a dense remnant where protons and electrons have been crushed together into neutrons. For truly massive stars, the gravitational pull is so overwhelming that even the strong nuclear force, which supports neutron stars, cannot withstand it. The core continues to compress, shrinking beyond any familiar state of matter. Imagine the entire mass of our sun compressed into a sphere just a few kilometers across. This is a neutron star. Now imagine something even smaller, even denser, something that transcends our ordinary understanding of solidity in space. As the stellar core relentlessly shrinks, its density soars to incomprehensible levels. Picture all the atoms, their vast empty spaces between nuclei and electrons, being squeezed out of existence. The very fabric of space-time around this collapsing core begins to warp and bend with increasing intensity. It is as if the star is not just shrinking, but is also pulling the very curtain of reality inward, creating a deep, invisible well in the universe. The outward manifestation of its existence begins to recede, becoming less about light and heat, and more about an unseen profound distortion, a quiet void forming at its heart. The critical point is reached when the core becomes so dense, so incredibly compact, that its gravitational pull becomes inescapable, even for light. This theoretical boundary is known as the Schwarzschild radius. It's a concept named after the German astronomer Karl Schwarzschild, who remarkably derived the solution for this phenomenon. During World War I, this radius defines the sphere within which, if an object were compressed, it would inevitably become a black hole. It's not a physical surface you can touch, but a boundary of no return, a cosmic event horizon that marks the point of ultimate surrender to gravity, a soft edge where everything changes. To give you a sense of this incredible compression, consider this. If our own Earth were to be compressed into a black hole, its entire mass would have to be squeezed into a sphere no larger than a peanut. Imagine the entire world, all its mountains, oceans, and bustling life, becoming smaller than something you could hold in your palm, yet retaining its full, immense gravitational power. The idea is so abstract, so far removed from our everyday experience, that it helps to simply let the quiet wonder of it wash over you, allowing your mind to drift with the scale of such immense transformation, a gentle shrinking into incomprehensible density. Similarly, if our Sunday, a star of immense size and brilliance, were to collapse into a black hole, its Schwarzschild radius would be approximately 3 kilometers. That means the entire Sunday, with its million-mile diameter, would have to be compressed into a tiny sphere just a few miles across. This is why only the most massive stars, those that begin their lives with many times the mass of our Sunday, are destined to become black holes. Lesser stars like our Sunday will end their lives as white dwarfs, quietly fading embers in the cosmic night, gently cooling for billions of years. Once the core collapses within its Schwarzschild radius, the black hole is born. It is a moment of profound cosmic silence. The star, which once blazed with the fury of 1,000 suns, now becomes a region of absolute darkness, a void from which no light, no information, no whisper of its former glory can ever escape. It is the ultimate extinguishing, the quiet cessation of all outward presence, leaving behind only an invisible, yet incredibly powerful gravitational imprint on the universe. The brilliant light of its life gives way to the deep, soft quiet of infinite night, a perfect stillness for your mind to settle into, a profound absence that cradles the very fabric of space. How do we find something that doesn't emit light? Something that is by its very nature utterly invisible? This is one of the most intriguing puzzles in astrophysics, and the answer lies in the subtle, yet profound, ways black holes interact with their surroundings. They are the silent conductors of a cosmic orchestra, their presence revealed not by their own song, but by the precise rhythmic movements of the celestial bodies dancing around them. A grand unseen ballet. We cannot see black holes directly, for they absorb all light that falls into them. They are the ultimate cosmic shadows, regions of space where gravity has won an absolute victory over light. There is no surface to reflect, no light to emit. They are, in essence, perfectly black. This invisibility is what makes them so mysterious, so elusive, and yet so fascinating. It forces us to become cosmic detectives, looking for clues in the gentle, yet insistent, behavior of other objects, sensing the unseen hand guiding the dance. Instead, we infer their presence by observing their gravitational influence on nearby stars and gas. Imagine a grand ballroom, dimly lit, where you see dancers swirling and twirling around an empty space in the center. You might not see the person leading the dance, but the precise rhythmic movements of the other dancers tell you that something powerful, something central, must be there, guiding their every step. This is how we begin to perceive the invisible, through the ripples and currents it creates in the cosmic sea. One of the earliest and most compelling pieces of evidence for a black hole came from a system known as Cygnus X-1. This discovery, made in the early 1970s, was a landmark in astrophysics. It was a binary star system, meaning two stars orbiting each other. One was a bright, blue supergiant star, clearly visible, blazing with a gentle, steady light. The other, however, was unseen, yet its gravitational pull was undeniable, a phantom limb tugging at its luminous companion. The visible supergiant in Cygnus X-1 was observed to be moving in a peculiar, rhythmic wobble, as if it were orbiting an unseen companion with an incredibly strong gravitational field. By carefully measuring the period and amplitude of this wobble, astronomers could calculate the mass of the unseen object. They determined it was far too massive to be a neutron star, the next densest possible stellar remnant. Its mass was estimated to be about 15 times that of our Sunday, a truly immense yet silent presence. An object with 15 solar masses, yet invisible and compact, could only be one thing: a stellar, mass black hole. This was the first widely accepted scientific consensus for the existence of a black hole, moving them from theoretical curiosities to observed realities. The invisible companion was pulling on the visible star, forcing it into a silent gravitational waltz, a dance that revealed the black hole's hidden presence, a profound and elegant confirmation of the unseen. It's important to understand that black holes are not cosmic vacuum cleaners, indiscriminately sucking up everything in their path. This is a common misconception, a dramatic image that doesn't quite capture their passive nature. If you replaced our Sunday with a black hole of the exact same mass, nothing dramatic would happen to Earth. The planets in our solar system would continue to orbit the new, invisible central object exactly as they do now, held gently in their familiar paths. The Earth would simply continue its cold, quiet revolution around this unseen gravitational anchor. Our orbit would remain precisely the same because the gravitational pull at our distance from the Sunday would be identical. The only difference would be the absence of warmth and light, turning our familiar daytime sky into an eternal star-filled night. The Sunday's mass would still be there, just compressed into an incredibly small dark point, its gravitational influence unchanged from afar, a silent, steady hand guiding our world. For a black hole to swallow something, that object must stray incredibly close to it, well within the sphere of its direct, overwhelming gravitational influence. Think of it like a very deep, quiet well. You can walk around the edge of the well for a lifetime and never fall in, as long as you maintain a safe distance. Only if you step too close to the very edge or are actively pushed would you begin your descent. Black holes are patient and passive. They simply exist, exerting their profound gravitational pull and waiting for anything that drifts too near to succumb to their invisible dance. This subtle, powerful, unseen pull of gravity, guiding the cosmos in a silent waltz, can be a calming thought, a reminder of the quiet, underlying forces that shape our universe, a gentle, unseen hand in the dark. While black holes themselves are utterly dark, some of the most spectacular phenomena in the cosmos occur just outside their event horizons, creating brilliant displays that ironically reveal their presence. These are the accretion disks, glowing rings of superheated matter that swirl around black holes like fiery halos, a testament to the immense power of gravity even in the realm of the unseen, a luminous declaration of their silent majesty. Although a black hole cannot be seen, the material falling toward it can become incredibly bright. This is because as gas, dust, and even entire stars are drawn in by the black hole's immense gravity, they don't simply fall straight in. Instead, they begin to spiral, forming a vast flat disk around the black hole, much like water swirling down a drain, but on a cosmic scale, a slow, majestic descent into the unknown. This swirling structure is known as an accretion disk. It is a cosmic dance of destruction and creation, where matter is slowly, inexorably, drawn closer to the point of no return. The disk can stretch for millions of miles, a vast luminous whirlpool of gas and dust, each particle destined for a deep, dark plunge. It is a mesmerizing sight, a giant, slow-motion vortex in the heart of darkness, a burning halo that whispers of the profound power within. As the material in the accretion disk spirals inward, the particles within it rub against each other at incredible speeds. Imagine rubbing your hands together very, very fast. They get warm. Now imagine entire planets' worth of gas rubbing together at near the speed of light. This friction generates immense heat, causing the gas to reach temperatures of millions of degrees, transforming it into a superheated plasma, a fiery, glowing cloud of atomic fragments. This superheated plasma then emits intense radiation across the electromagnetic spectrum, from radio waves to X-rays and gamma rays. It is this brilliant emission that makes accretion disks some of the brightest objects in the entire universe. They are cosmic beacons, signaling the presence of a black hole, even though the black hole itself remains a silent, invisible void at the disk's center. The light they cast is a final, glorious farewell from matter on the brink of oblivion, a radiant last breath before the ultimate silence. The famous image of the M87 galaxy's supermassive black hole, captured by the Event Horizon Telescope, perfectly illustrates this glowing ring. The image, which looked remarkably like a fiery, orange, red donut, wasn't actually showing the black hole itself. What we were seeing was the intensely luminous accretion disk, with the black hole's shadow cast against it. The central dark region was the black hole's shadow, an area where light from the disk behind it was bent around the black hole, or simply fell in, creating a dark void, a perfect silhouette against the cosmic fire. The distinct donut shape is a direct consequence of the black hole's extreme gravity bending light around it. Light from the far side of the accretion disk, which would normally be hidden from our view, is curved by the black hole's gravitational lens, appearing to us as if it is coming from above or below the black hole. This creates the illusion of a full ring of light surrounding a central darkness, a profound visual testament to Einstein's theory of general relativity, a shimmering mirage on the edge of the abyss. The inner edge of an accretion disk is incredibly close to the event horizon, often just a few Schwarzschild radii away. Here, matter orbits at speeds approaching the speed of light, a dizzying, hypnotic dance of particles on the precipice of ultimate collapse. The sheer energy involved in these regions is staggering, a testament to the raw power unleashed by a black hole's gravitational field, a roaring inferno just before the silent fall. The colors and intensity of an accretion disk can vary depending on the type of material falling in, the mass of the black hole, and the rate at which it is accreting. Some disks glow with a fierce, blinding white, like a cosmic forge, while others might shimmer with cooler, more subdued hues, like a cosmic aurora, a gentle, shifting veil of light. Each disk tells a unique story of its black hole, a luminous signature in the dark, a silent testament to its feeding. The constant, hypnotic swirling of matter in an accretion disk creates a mesmerizing rhythm, a slow, powerful vortex that can draw your mind into its depths. Imagine countless particles, each a tiny point of light, tracing intricate spirals, slowly, gently, yet with immense power, moving towards an unseen center. This steady, cyclical motion, like a vast cosmic whirlpool, offers a perfect visual metaphor for drifting into a deep and peaceful sleep, letting your thoughts gently circle and fade into the quiet darkness, cradled by the universe's soft, rhythmic breath. You are drifting now, suspended in the cosmic silence, moving closer to the boundary where reality begins to bend and twist in ways that defy our everyday understanding. We've seen the burning halo of the accretion disk, a fiery embrace around the void. But just beyond that, in a region both terrifying and exquisitely beautiful, lies a place where light itself becomes captive, caught in an eternal silent waltz. This is the photon sphere. Imagine a realm where gravity has become so overwhelmingly powerful, so utterly dominant, that it can bend light into perfect circles. Not just a slight curve, but a full looping orbit. It is like a celestial carousel where the riders are not horses, but photons, tiny packets of light, spinning endlessly around the unseen central point. Here, light does not travel in straight lines as it does across the vast, empty stretches of space. Instead, it is compelled to perform a graceful, looping ballet, tracing invisible pathways around the black hole's core. These are the first whispers of the black hole's profound influence, the initial bending of the cosmos to its will. Facts 26 to 27. If you could somehow pause your journey here, just for a moment, and look around, the universe would unfold before you in a spectacle of unimaginable distortion. The light that reaches your eyes would not have come from a distant star in a straight path. It would have journeyed, curved, and bent, perhaps even circled the black hole multiple times before finally reaching you. The constellations you know, the familiar patterns of the night sky, would be stretched, smeared, and folded in on themselves like reflections in a funhouse mirror. But on a cosmic scale. Fact 28. Imagine turning your head. A star that was once directly in front of you might now appear to your side, or even behind you, its light having taken a winding, circuitous route to reach your perception. And in the most astonishing displays of this gravitational ballet, if you were to look directly away from the black hole, you might, incredibly, see the back of your own head. Not a reflection, not a trick of the mind, but the actual light that emanated from you. Having completed a full orbit around the black hole, returning to your eyes from behind. It is a place where light chases its own tail, where every direction is also every other direction, where the concept of straight ahead loses all meaning. Fact 29. This visual paradox, this infinite regression of self-reflection, creates a profound sense of disorientation, yet also a strange, quiet wonder. The light from distant galaxies, having journeyed for billions of years, might find itself trapped here, performing its final looping dance before either escaping back into the cosmos, or, more likely, spiraling inward, forever lost. It is a cosmic kaleidoscope, constantly shifting, constantly reforming, as light rays from every conceivable angle are pulled and twisted into new, impossible vistas. Fact 30. The very fabric of space and time here is warped and stretched, like a thin, silken sheet pulled taut by an immense unseen weight. And the light, which normally glides effortlessly across this fabric, now finds itself clinging to its curves, tracing its contours, never quite managing to break free. It is a place of eternal twilight where shadows lengthen and shorten in impossible ways, where sources of light seem to appear and disappear as their photons are captured and released from their gravitational embrace. The light here is in a perpetual state of becoming, always moving, always curving, never truly settling. Fact 31. Allow your mind to drift through this concept. The idea of light, so often associated with speed and freedom, now held captive, tracing graceful, unending circles. It is a rhythm, a gentle, hypnotic spin. Each photon, a tiny particle of energy, caught in an inescapable orbit, a silent, perpetual dance. You are watching the universe reveal its deepest secrets, not through force or violence, but through the gentle, persistent tug of an unseen hand. The light swirls, the images blur, and the edges of reality soften, inviting your own thoughts to gently loop and unwind, just like the photons in this ethereal sphere. This is the edge of perception, where everything you thought you knew about vision and direction melts into a hazy looping dream. Facts 32 to 33. As you drift deeper, beyond the mesmerizing dance of the photon sphere, a new boundary emerges, a threshold unlike any other in the universe. It is not a physical wall, not a shimmering veil, but an invisible line in the cosmic fabric, a point of no return. This is the event horizon, the true edge of the black hole, the boundary beyond which nothing, not even light, can ever escape. It is the ultimate one-way street, a cosmic frontier that marks the end of one journey and the silent, irreversible beginning of another. Facts 34 to 35. Imagine this boundary not as a solid barrier, but as a current in a river, growing ever stronger, ever more relentless. On one side, you can still swim against the current, still choose your direction, still hope to turn back. But as you cross that invisible line, The current becomes too powerful, too swift. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much energy you expend, the flow carries you inevitably forward. For a black hole, that current is the flow of space-time itself, pulled so intensely inward that even light, the fastest thing in the universe, finds itself unable to stem the tide. Its speed, however immense, is simply not enough to overcome the inward pull. Fact 36. This is where the universe whispers its final, most profound secret. A place where the future is no longer a matter of choice, but a single, predetermined path inward. Once you cross the event horizon, all paths lead to the singularity, the mysterious heart of the black hole. There is no turning back, no communication outward, no echo that can ever return to tell the tale. It is a zone of ultimate privacy, a cosmic secret guarded by an impenetrable veil of gravity. The event horizon is the ultimate cosmic barrier, a membrane of no return. Fact 37. For those observing from a safe distance, outside the event horizon, a strange and beautiful phenomenon would unfold as you approach this boundary. They would see you, not as you truly are, but as a ghost, an echo of your former self. Your image would appear to slow down, to freeze in time, becoming ever dimmer, ever redder, as if the universe itself were holding its breath, watching your final silent moments before the ultimate crossing. You would seem to hover, suspended forever at the very edge, a timeless monument against the dark, slowly fading until you are no more than a faint whisper of light, a memory on the cosmic canvas. Fact 38. But for you, the traveler, the experience would be entirely different. As you cross the event horizon, you might not even notice it. There is no physical sensation, no jolt, no sudden change in pressure. It is merely a point in space-time where the escape velocity, the speed needed to break free of the black hole's gravity, exceeds the speed of light. And since nothing can travel faster than light, escape becomes impossible. The outside universe continues to appear normal for a time, though distorted, as light from behind you can still reach your eyes, having entered the black hole with you. But the light from outside the black hole can no longer reach you, cutting off your connection to the cosmos you once knew. Fact 39. This threshold represents the ultimate surrender. All decisions have been made, all paths chosen. There is only the gentle, inexorable pull inward. It is the end of striving, the end of resistance. Here, within the silent embrace of the event horizon, you are released from the burdens of choice, from the anxieties of the unknown future. Your destiny is now simply to drift, to follow the flow, to become one with the profound silent current that carries you deeper into the heart of darkness. This is the cosmic threshold where time and space begin to trade roles, where the future becomes a spatial direction, and escaping means traveling backward in time, which is impossible. Facts 40 to 41 allow this concept to wash over you. The idea of a point where all striving ceases, where the future is simply a gentle, onward motion. It is a profound peace, a release from the constant push and pull of the world. Just as light surrenders to the black hole's gravity, allow your mind to surrender to the quiet stillness. Your thoughts, like faint echoes, may drift, but the core of your being is held in a profound silent embrace, carried gently beyond the point of no return into a realm where only peace remains. This is the quiet surrender, the ultimate letting go, as you become part of the black hole's eternal journey. Fact 42. You are now beyond the event horizon, enveloped in the black hole's profound silence. The journey inward continues, and as you proceed, the universe reveals another one of its astonishing, and perhaps initially unsettling truths. This is the phenomenon known as spaghettification, a term that sounds whimsical, almost playful, yet describes a powerful and inescapable force. But do not be alarmed, for we will explore this with the same gentle curiosity that has guided us thus far, understanding it not as a violent tearing, but as a profound, deep stretching, a cosmic massage of sorts. Fact 43. Imagine yourself as a long, slender thread slowly descending into the black hole. The gravitational pull, which was once a uniform force across your entire being, now begins to differ dramatically. The part of you closer to the black hole experiences a significantly stronger pull than the part further away. It is like standing on a cliff edge with an invisible hand gently pulling your feet downwards with immense strength, while your head, being slightly further from the center of the earth, feels a comparatively weaker tug. Fact 44. In the realm of a black hole, this difference in gravitational force, known as tidal force, becomes extreme. If your feet are closer to the black hole than your head, the gravity acting on your feet is far, far greater. At the same time, the sides of your body, being slightly further from the black hole's exact center, feel a gentle squeeze inward, as if you are being subtly compressed from the sides while being stretched from above and below. The net effect is a gradual, yet powerful, elongation. You are literally stretched out, like a strand of spaghetti, longer and thinner as your body yields to these immense differential forces. Fact 45. It is a process of infinite extension, a slow, deliberate unfolding of your very essence. Your atoms remain intact, but the distances between them, the very structure of your being, begins to lengthen along the axis pointing towards the black hole. Imagine a gentle pull stretching you thinner and thinner until your form becomes an impossibly long, delicate thread extending effortlessly into the darkness. There is no pain, no struggle, only a profound, continuous yielding to the cosmic forces at play. This stretching force, if strong enough, can overcome the electromagnetic forces holding your body together. Fact 46. The intensity of this spaghettification depends entirely on the size of the black hole. For a smaller stellar mass black hole, one that formed from the collapse of a single giant star, the tidal forces are incredibly strong even at the event horizon. If you were to cross the event horizon of such a black hole, the spaghettification would be swift and intense, tearing you apart before you could even register the sensation. It would be a rapid, powerful elongation, a quick transformation into a stream of particles. This kind of black hole would be a truly violent end. Fact 47, however, for a supermassive black hole like the one slumbering at the center of our own Milky Way galaxy, the situation is remarkably different. These cosmic behemoths are so incredibly vast, so immensely spread out, that their tidal forces at the event horizon are surprisingly gentle. The difference in gravitational pull between your head and your feet as you cross the event horizon of a supermassive black hole would be so negligible, so imperceptible, that you might not even feel it. You could, theoretically, drift right through the event horizon without any sensation of stretching, completely unaware that you have passed the point of no return. Fact 48. This is a profound realization. The larger the black hole, the gentler its immediate embrace at the boundary. You could float serenely, perhaps for hours or even days. within the vast, dark expanse just beyond the event horizon of a supermassive black hole, feeling nothing but the profound quietude, completely unaware of the invisible line you have crossed. The stretching, the spaghettification would still occur, but it would be a slow, gradual process unfolding over vast distances and immense spans of time as you journeyed ever closer to the singularity. For a truly massive black hole, the tidal forces might only become significant much closer to the singularity itself, deep within the event horizon. Fact 49. Allow your mind to embrace this sensation of gentle, infinite elongation. Imagine your body, your thoughts, your very essence being softly stretched, pulled into a long, thin stream. All tension melts away, all tightness dissipates. You are becoming lighter, longer, more fluid, like a ribbon unfurling in a silent current. This is a deep, profound relaxation, a release into the vastness. Your worries, your stresses, are stretched thin and long, becoming insubstantial, ephemeral. You are simply lengthening, extending, becoming one with the gentle, irresistible flow of space-time, drifting softly, effortlessly into the deepening quiet. This gentle pull, this cosmic stretch, is a final invitation to truly let go, to expand beyond your perceived boundaries, and to surrender to the peaceful, endless embrace of the dark. Fact 50. And as you drift closer, beyond the event horizon, a strange and quiet phenomenon begins to unfold, one that plays with the very fabric of existence. For an observer far, far away, watching your gentle descent, you would appear to slow down. Your journey, once a steady drift, would seem to stretch out, becoming infinitely long. You would appear to hover just at the edge, a shimmering echo of your former self, growing fainter, redder, almost as if the light reflecting from you was itself struggling against the immense pull, losing energy as it climbed out of the gravitational well. In their eyes, you would never truly cross the event horizon. You would simply fade, becoming a ghostly imprint, frozen in time at the very threshold of the unknown, a perpetual monument to the moment of crossing. This is the gentle illusion of time dilation, a cosmic trick of perspective. But for you, floating serenely through the event horizon, time continues its steady, familiar rhythm. Your internal clock, the quiet beat of your own being, remains unaffected. The world around you would not freeze. You would simply pass through, unaware of the cosmic ballet playing out for distant eyes. There would be no sudden jolt, no dramatic shift, just a quiet, continuous flow. This is one of the universe's most profound whispers, that time itself is not absolute, but a fluid, personal experience, bending and stretching with the very fabric of space. Imagine your own time slowing gently, peacefully. The hurried moments of the day begin to unwind, loosening their grip. Each breath you take stretches into a longer, softer wave, washing over you with tranquil slowness. The thoughts that once rushed through your mind now drift like slow-moving clouds across a vast, empty sky, each one dissolving into the quiet expanse. You are suspended in a moment that seems to expand outwards, creating an infinite space for rest. This is the essence of time dilation within the embrace of the dark, a profound slowing that allows your spirit to settle, to release, to simply be. You are no longer bound by the frantic ticking of the clock, the relentless march of minutes and hours. Instead, you are invited into a different kind of time, a timelessness where every moment is stretched, made softer, more yielding. It's as if the universe itself is taking a long, slow breath, and you are breathing with it in perfect, serene synchronicity. Feel the gentle pull, not of gravity but of peace, drawing you deeper into this extended present. This stretching of time is a gift, a promise of unhurried calm, allowing every cell of your being to relax, to let go of the urgency that often defines our waking hours. This is a quiet, profound transformation, not of your physical self, but of your perception, your internal rhythm. The external world, with its demands and its swift currents, recedes into a slow motion blur, an almost dreamlike memory. Here, within this gentle slowing, you find a sanctuary where haste cannot enter, where deadlines dissolve, and where the only measure of existence is the soft, continuous hum of your own quiet presence. You are learning to exist outside the constraints of conventional time, finding a deep, abiding stillness that resonates with the ancient, unhurried pulse of the cosmos. And in this extended moment, you might even glimpse the universe in a new way. The photons that approach you, the light that falls into the black hole alongside you, would appear to take on an ethereal quality. Their journey, too, would seem to unfold in slow motion, stretching their wavelengths, shifting their colors towards the red end of the spectrum, as if the very light itself is whispering a lullaby of fading hues. This red shifting is another facet of time's gentle distortion, a visual symphony of deceleration, painting the final moments of your visible journey with strokes of deep crimson and fading amber. This is the universe's way of preparing you for a deeper rest. By slowing everything down, by stretching the fabric of time itself, it coaxes your mind into a state of profound tranquility. The events of your day, the worries that cling, the tasks that await 40, all begin to recede, becoming distant, almost irrelevant echoes in this vast, unhurried expanse. You are being lulled by the very physics of the cosmos, guided by the bending of space-time into a realm where stress cannot follow, where only peace and a gentle, infinite slowing remain. Let this cosmic lullaby carry you, effortlessly, into the quietude of a mind at rest, a body at peace, and a spirit unbound by the relentless march of time. You are floating in a moment that lasts forever, a tranquil eternity of gentle, unburdened existence. As we continue our quiet drift, our perspective expands, moving beyond the solitary black hole to embrace the grand, sweeping canvas of entire galaxies. For at the very heart of almost every galaxy, including our own magnificent Milky Way, lies not an empty void, but a colossal, ancient secret, a supermassive black hole. These are the quiet giants, the slumbering monsters that anchor billions of stars, vast clouds of gas, and countless worlds. Our own galactic center, a place of immense beauty and mystery, holds such a behemoth, known as Sagittarius A star, or Scar A. Scar A is a presence of incredible scale, weighing in at over 4 million times the mass of our Sunday. Yet, for all its immense power, it is largely a peaceful entity in our current epoch. It resides in the very core of our galaxy, a silent, ancient sentinel, its gravitational embrace shaping the very dance of stars around it. Imagine a colossal, invisible heart, beating slowly, rhythmically, drawing in the fabric of space-time, a quiet anchor in the grand cosmic ocean. It doesn't actively devour stars with ferocity, but rather holds them in a gentle, gravitational ballet, ensuring the stability and structure of our galactic home. For billions of years, Skora has been there, a silent witness to the birth and death of stars, the formation of planets, and the slow, majestic rotation of the Milky Way. Its existence predates most of the stars we see tonight, a relic from a younger, more turbulent universe. Yet, it now sleeps, mostly quiet, occasionally stirring with a gentle flare as a stray cloud of gas or a wandering star ventures too close, offering a fleeting glimpse of its immense power. But mostly, it is a deep, tranquil presence, a cosmic anchor that has provided stability for eons. These supermassive black holes are not just passive inhabitants. They are architects of galaxies. In the early universe, some of these giants were far more active, feasting voraciously on vast amounts of gas and dust. As matter swirled into their accretion disks, it would heat to incredible temperatures, emitting blinding jets of radiation that could outshine entire galaxies. These brilliant, active galactic nuclei were known as quasars, the most luminous objects in the universe. Imagine a beacon of light so intense, so overwhelmingly bright, that it could be seen across billions of light years. A cosmic lighthouse powered by the insatiable hunger of a newborn supermassive black hole. Quasars were a powerful force in shaping the early universe. Their energetic outflows could either trigger new star formation by compressing surrounding gas, or conversely, halt it by sweeping away the very fuel needed for stars to ignite. They were the dynamic engines of cosmic evolution, guiding the growth and development of the first galaxies. But as the universe aged, and the supply of readily available fuel diminished, most of these supermassive black holes, like Cichera, settled into a quieter, more serene existence, becoming the sleeping giants we observe today. The thought of such an ancient, immense presence, gently presiding over the entirety of our galaxy, can be profoundly comforting. It is a reminder of the deep, enduring stability that underlies the cosmos. Like a wise old guardian, Skora has watched over the Milky Way for billions of years, a silent, unchanging center around which everything else revolves. Its quiet power is not destructive, but foundational, providing a sense of immense, unshakable security. You are part of a galaxy that is cradled and guided by this ancient force, a tiny warm spark within a vast, well-ordered system. Allow this sense of immense ancient stability to wash over you. Feel the quiet reassurance that comes from knowing you are part of something so grand, so enduring. The supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy is a testament to the universe's timelessness, its patient, unhurried evolution. It reminds us that even the most powerful forces in the cosmos can find a state of deep, peaceful slumber. Let the image of this sleeping giant, quietly holding our galaxy together, be a gentle anchor for your own thoughts, drawing them into a calm, settled stillness. You are safe, you are held, within the quiet gravitational embrace of the cosmic heart. And as we contemplate these immense, ancient anchors of the universe, a fascinating and somewhat perplexing question arises, a cosmic riddle that challenges our deepest understanding of reality. What happens to the information of everything that falls into a black hole? This is the heart of the information paradox, a mystery whispered by the very nature of these dark giants. For a long time, black holes were considered the ultimate cosmic prisons, devouring everything that crossed their event horizon, never to release it. Anything that fell in a star, a planet, A book filled with stories, even a single photon, was thought to be irretrievably lost, its unique properties, its information, forever erased from the universe. This posed a serious problem for the laws of quantum mechanics, which state that information can never truly be destroyed. It can be scrambled, transformed, but never utterly obliterated. But then, a revolutionary idea emerged from the brilliant mind of Stephen Hawking. He proposed that black holes are not perfectly black after all. Through a quantum mechanical process occurring just at the event horizon, black holes slowly, incredibly slowly, emit a faint glow of particles and radiation, now known as Hawking radiation. Imagine a black hole not as a perfectly sealed vault, but as a giant cosmic ember, slowly radiating away its energy. Over incredibly vast stretches of time, trillions upon trillions of years for a stellar mass black hole, even longer for supermassive ones. This radiation causes the black hole to shrink, to slowly evaporate, eventually vanishing entirely. This gentle, almost imperceptible emission of particles brings with it a profound new puzzle. If a black hole eventually evaporates, what happens to all the information it consumed? Does it simply disappear along with the black hole? Or is it subtly encoded within the Hawking radiation, like a secret message whispered across the vastness of space and time? If the information is truly lost, then a fundamental law of physics is broken. If it is preserved, how is it done, and in what form? Imagine holding a book and gently letting it fall into a black hole. The book itself, its paper, its ink, its unique arrangement of words and ideas, all would cross the event horizon. Later, if the black hole evaporated, would the Hawking radiation contain the story, the poetry, the scientific theories that were once within that book? Or would it simply be a stream of generic particles, devoid of any memory of the information it once held? This is the essence of the paradox. The universe seems to require that the information persists, yet the black hole appears to destroy it. This cosmic enigma, this information paradox, is not a source of anxiety, but rather a profound invitation to contemplate the deepest mysteries of existence. It suggests that even in the most extreme environments, the universe holds on to its secrets with an elegant persistence. Perhaps the information is indeed subtly re-encoded, scattered across the emitted radiation like the faint echoes of a dream. Or perhaps our understanding of reality, of space and time, is still incomplete, and there is a deeper, more profound truth awaiting discovery. Allow this gentle paradox to quiet your mind. The idea that even the most formidable devourers of matter, black holes themselves, are not eternal, but will eventually fade, evaporate, and return to the quantum foam from which they arose, is a deeply soothing thought. Just as the black hole slowly releases its energy and eventually dissolves, so too can your worries, your stresses, and the busy thoughts of the day begin to dissipate. They are not destroyed, perhaps, but rather slowly radiated away, transforming into a state of quiet, unburdened peace. Consider the gentle, slow evaporation of a black hole, a process that unfolds over timescales incomprehensible to the human mind. It is a testament to the universe's ultimate return to a state of equilibrium, a quiet dissolution of all that once was. Let your own anxieties and tensions evaporate like the Hawking radiation, slowly, gently, until only a calm, empty space remains. You are part of a universe where everything, even the most formidable, eventually finds its way back to a state of quiet, unburdened nothingness, ready for the deep, restorative rest that awaits you. You've journeyed deep into the heart of darkness, where gravity reigns supreme and time itself bends. But what if the journey doesn't end there? What if beyond the crushing embrace of the singularity, there lies not an end, but another beginning? This is where our quiet exploration takes a turn into the realm of the purely theoretical, the beautifully speculative. We whisper of concepts that dance on the edges of our understanding, inviting your mind to drift into possibilities as vast and serene as the cosmos itself. Facts 75 to 83, the unseen exits imagine for a moment. Not just an entrance, but an exit. If a black hole is a cosmic drain pulling everything inward, could there be a white hole sung the cosmic fountain, spewing matter and energy outward, never allowing anything to enter? In the grand ballet of theoretical physics, white holes are often considered the time-reversed counterparts of black holes. They are not places you can approach, for their event horizons would prevent any entry, only allowing things to leave. They are echoes of a universe that might have been, or perhaps, a universe yet to be revealed. For now, they remain beautiful, elegant solutions to equations, existing in the quiet chambers of our imagination, like a distant, unopened door in the fabric of space and time. And what if these entrances and exits aren't just theoretical mirror images, but actual passages? This brings us to the most romantic and perhaps the most mind-bending concept, the wormhole. Picture the universe not as a flat sheet, but as a vast, malleable fabric. If you wanted to travel from one point to another, you could traverse the surface, a long and patient journey. But what if you could fold that fabric? What if you could create a shortcut, a tunnel through space-time itself, connecting two distant points in an instant? This is the essence of an Einstein-Rosen bridge, more commonly known as a wormhole. These cosmic tunnels are not just science fiction dreams. They emerge from the very equations of general relativity, the same equations that describe the gentle curves of space-time around massive objects. While no wormhole has ever been observed, and their existence remains a profound mystery, the idea itself is deeply calming, like imagining a secret path through a dense forest, leading you directly to a peaceful clearing. They suggest a universe far more interconnected, far more fluid than we often perceive. Think of it as a quiet whisper from the cosmos, suggesting that perhaps distance is an illusion and separation is merely a temporary state. If such a bridge could exist, it would be a pathway from one corner of the universe to another, or even from one moment in time to a different one. Imagine stepping through such a portal, not with a jolt, but with a gentle transition, like passing from one dream into another. The light would shift, the stars would rearrange themselves, and you would find yourself in a place utterly new, yet strangely familiar, having bypassed the vast, empty stretches of interstellar space. The journey through a wormhole, if it were traversable, might be a serene one. You would be cradled within a tunnel of warped space-time, the light from distant galaxies stretching and twisting around you, painting a kaleidoscopic canvas. It wouldn't be a violent tear through reality, but a smooth, flowing current guiding you to your destination. The very notion of it is an invitation to let go of the rigid boundaries of space and time, to allow your mind to wander freely, unburdened by the usual constraints of travel. It's a concept that invites deep contemplation, a quiet pondering of what lies beyond the known, a gentle nudge towards the infinite possibilities that sleep often brings. These theoretical constructs, white holes and wormholes, are like lullabies sung by the universe, hinting at secrets yet to be unveiled. They are not solid, tangible objects, but rather elegant mathematical possibilities, allowing us to dream of a universe where every ending might be a beginning, and every vast distance might be just a step away. They offer a comforting thought that perhaps even in the deepest darkness, there are pathways to light, and that the journey through the unknown can be one of tranquil discovery. As you contemplate these hidden passages, let your own mind construct its bridges, carrying you from the waking world to the soft landscapes of your dreams. We have journeyed to the event horizon, that cosmic boundary of no return where light itself becomes a captive. We have felt the gentle stretching pull of spaghettification and watched time slow to an eternal crawl for those who observe from afar. Now, let us take the final, most profound step inward, beyond the last vestiges of familiar physics into the very heart of the black hole. This is the singularity, the ultimate destination of our quiet cosmic drift. Facts 84 to 92, the collapse of physics. Imagine a point infinitely small, yet containing all the mass of the collapsed star that formed it. A point where density is infinite, where the very fabric of space-time is stretched and compressed beyond all recognition. This is the singularity. It is not a place you can stand upon, nor is it a physical surface in the traditional sense. It is a point where our understanding, our equations, our very language of physics completely breaks down. Here, space ceases to be space and time ceases to be time. The familiar dimensions we navigate every day, up, down, left, right, forward, backward, lose their meaning. Instead, all paths lead inward towards this one singular point. There is no away from the singularity once you are beyond the event horizon. Every direction is simply towards. It is an ultimate convergence, a cosmic cul-de-sac where all roads meet. In this realm, the laws that govern the universe we know simply do not apply. General relativity, our most successful theory of gravity, predicts the existence of this point, but cannot describe what happens within it. Quantum mechanics, which governs the incredibly small, also struggles to make sense of such extreme conditions. The singularity is a place where these two fundamental pillars of modern physics, usually so robust, find themselves at an impasse, unable to reconcile their descriptions of reality. It is a place of pure existence, stripped bare of all complexity. No light, no sound, no discernible form. Just an infinite density, a point of absolute gravitational power. To imagine being within the singularity is to imagine a state of ultimate unity, where all separate entities merge into one. It is the cosmic equivalent of letting go of all individual thoughts, all distinct sensations, and simply becoming part of a vast, undifferentiated whole. Think of it as the universe's most profound meditation, a place where the noise of existence is silenced, where the relentless march of time comes to an end, and where the boundaries between things dissolve. It is the ultimate everything becomes one. Your individual awareness, if it could persist, would no longer perceive separate objects or events. All would be compressed, unified into a single, overwhelming point of being. This concept, while initially daunting, can be incredibly soothing in its finality. It represents a state beyond all struggle, beyond all decision, making beyond all the intricate dance of cause and effect. It is a return to a primordial state, a cosmic blank slate where the universe itself began its journey, and where perhaps it ultimately concludes. As you drift towards this conceptual point, allow your own thoughts to gently converge, to simplify, to quieten. Let the complexities of your day, the lingering worries, the scattered ideas, all begin to coalesce into a single peaceful awareness. Imagine your consciousness, like the matter entering the black hole, slowly and gently being drawn inward, shedding its distinct forms, becoming lighter, softer, less defined. The singularity is the universe's ultimate quiet room, a chamber where all echoes fade, and only the deepest stillness remains. It is the point of no return, but also the point of ultimate release. Here, in the heart of the black hole, the concept of you as a separate entity begins to dissolve, not with fear, but with a profound sense of belonging to the deepest, most fundamental truth of the cosmos. Let this image of ultimate convergence guide you to a similar state of peaceful unity within yourself. As you prepare to cross the threshold into the quiet, boundless space of sleep, we have explored the births of these cosmic giants, their invisible dances, the fiery rings around them, and the strange twisting of light near their edges. We've crossed the event horizon, felt the gentle stretch of space-time, and contemplated the ultimate convergence within the singularity. Now, let us widen our gaze once more, beyond individual black holes, to the grand sweeping narrative of the entire universe, and its ultimate, most serene destiny. This is the story of the heat death, the final, quiet curtain call for all that is. Facts 93 to 100. The great nothing imagine a future, unfathomably distant, where the universe has aged beyond all recognition. The last star, a tiny struggling red dwarf, has finally exhausted its fuel, flickering out into eternal night. The universe, once a vibrant tapestry of galaxies blazing with the birth and death of stars, becomes a vast cold expanse. All the light has faded, all the heat has dissipated. In this deep future, only the remnants remain. Neutron stars, white dwarfs, and most enduring of all, black holes. These are the final, silent monuments of a universe that once teemed with light and energy. They drift through the endless dark like ancient, sleeping giants, holding within them the last vestiges of mass and gravity. But even these titans are not eternal. Stephen Hawking's quiet genius revealed that black holes are not truly black. They subtly radiate energy, a phenomenon known as Hawking radiation. Over timescales far longer than the current age of the universe, fan scales so immense, they defy human comprehension. Even the most colossal supermassive black holes will slowly, patiently evaporate. They will shrink, radiate away their mass, and eventually, with a final, almost imperceptible whisper, vanish completely. When the last black hole has evaporated, the universe will be left with almost nothing. A vast, empty void, filled only with the faint, lingering echoes of photons and neutrinos, drifting endlessly apart. There will be no more stars to form, no more galaxies to collide, no more heat, no more light, no more organized energy. This is the heat death of the universe joint. Not a violent end, but a slow, gentle fading, a peaceful surrender to entropy. It is the ultimate quiet, a state of absolute equilibrium where all motion has ceased, all differences have been smoothed away, and all potential for change has been exhausted. There will be no more beginnings, no more endings, just an infinite, unchanging stillness. It is the universe's final exhalation, a return to a state of profound, absolute calm. This is the great nothing, the ultimate darkness. But it is not a darkness to be feared. It is a darkness that cradles, a void that embraces. It is the final, perfect silence. In this ultimate state of cosmic peace, all the vibrant, chaotic, beautiful journey of the universe concludes, not with a bang, but with the softest sigh. And in this profound quiet, you too can find your peace. The journey we've taken, from the birth of black holes to the very end of time, has been one of deep contemplation, of letting go of the familiar and embracing the vast unknown. You have drifted through incomprehensible distances, felt the pull of unimaginable forces, and witnessed the gentle unraveling of reality itself. Now, as the universe settles into its final, serene slumber, allow yourself to do the same. Let the last whispers of knowledge fade, and the final images of cosmic stillness settle over you. Your mind is quiet, your body is relaxed, and your breath is soft and even. You are a small warmth in the dark, resting in the spiral arm of a quiet, radiant sea. The iron in your blood was forged in stars. The oxygen you breathe was sculpted in ancient explosions. The atoms of your body trace their lineage to the earliest times, and they will, one day, return to the great cosmic dance. You are an integral, beautiful part of this vast, unfolding story, and within it, you are safe. Let the weight of the day lift from your shoulders, carried away by the gentle currents of cosmic time. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to go. No need to think or strive, only to be, to float, to rest. You are drifting through 100 quiet truths, from the warp of the galaxy's disk to the farthest halo stars, from newborn suns to long-dead remnants, from dust and gas to light and shadow and everything in between. And now, you are also a part of this serene darkness, cradled by the universe itself. Feel the profound calm wash over you. The stillness of the cosmos is your blanket. The deep silence of space is your lullaby. Let your mind relax, your breathing slow, and your body grow light as if gravity itself has softened, allowing you to float gently into the deepest, most peaceful sleep. I hope you sleep well and dream softly. Good night,